have to start with a question. Aaron asked you after the game at the weekend, how do you pick your players up? You said you've got to pick yourself up. How have you gone about getting them into a kind of shape that you need them to play on Good Friday?
Well, to be honest, it was fine after the game. You know, things like this happen. You know, as I said, on Saturday, some days the sun shines, sometimes it rains. Unfortunately, it rained for us and we didn't bring our coat. So that was it was a blow for us on Saturday. But listen, if you look at the running stats, we had 5 players who ran over 10k, 3 who ran over 11. So, you know, it's not as if not for the want of trying. And you know, we've looked at it again briefly with the lads. Didn't want to dwell on it too much. We know we have to defend better, and we've shown all throughout the season that we are capable of defending well. And you know, there was certain things that conspired against us. You know, marketing, and after a couple of minutes should have really come off. Didn't, try to soldier it on, and you know, paid the price for it. And all we can do now is try and focus on the Burton game and try and get ourselves as organised and as strong as we can.
Has the defensive side of things become a bit of a concern? I think it's double figures games without a clean sheet now, and earlier in the season you kept a lot.
Yeah, obviously it is, and you know, it's frustrating because some of the goals we concede are very silly. But I think it's the nature of football. I think most goals are conceded by mistakes. We've just got to try and eliminate the mistakes that we're making.
In a strange way, do the players not need a great deal of motivation, winding up, whatever you want to call it, for the next game because of their own standards and their own pride when you've lost 7-0?
You would hope so. But you know, I've been really pleased with the effort our lads have shown all season. You can't fault them for that. They've ran through brick walls for us this season, and you know, yeah, we are thin on the ground, but the lads who are called in to play, they've done the same. So you know, I've got no complaints on the score of effort.
You intimated after that game that you'd been in playoff contention and you used the past tense. Do you think you're out of it now?
Oh, you'd never say that. Otherwise, it's pointless turning up for the game on Saturday, on Friday. Sorry, but oh, you know, we need to get on a run. We need to get on a run quickly if we're going to get back into contention with the playoffs. You know, we've seen Gillingham go into the slots last night. I know they played a lot of games, but they've gone into the slots. There's no reason that you can't if you put back-to-back wins together. But that's easier said than done.
Is it a case of not just one win in isolation? We've spoken a couple of times recently, the Swindon game, for example, about it not just being one win, and you've not really been able to get on a run.
Yeah, that's been a problem, but listen, things happen in football, and you know, the best intentions and the best laid plans of mice and men, they don't always work out the way you want them to. But that doesn't mean that you don't keep trying, you don't keep plotting and planning and trying to come up with a system or a formula or a style of play that's going to be successful.
Are Burton Albion, your opponents, a good example of what can happen if you can get a run together?
Of course they are, and you know, they've had a couple of defeats now, and you know, by the odd goal, and they'll be looking to get back on track as well. And there's, you know, the league's littered with teams who've got on little runs, or in their case, big runs. And you've just got to get your head down and try and win a game by any means you've got, and then try and take that into the next game, which, as I said before, is easier said than done.
It's been a remarkable turnaround for Burton, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. You know, there's been a couple of clubs who've done the same. Shrewsbury did the same, and Steve Potter went in there initially. And you can get on that. You know, Gillingham have been on a terrific run as well. But I think the league is such that every team is capable of beating everyone else. So, and some of them are capable of going on 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 winning game streaks, and we need one of them if we're going to get in the playoffs.
Does it feel like a long time ago that you played Burton in the League Cup?
Yeah, and the league back to back. Yeah, it does, and I think there's be a bit changes from both teams, so we'll see how we go.
Let's crash the nettle and talk about personnel then. Of the ones that you lost most recently, how are they looking?
Well, Mark's out for the season, which is a blow. Because he's been to it for years, Mark. He feels though he's been a permanent fixture, so we'll miss him badly. Sean isn't as bad as what we feared, so we don't think. We think he'll be in contention for Saturday. Ben Barkley will have to wait and see. Reece Fenlon's out for the season. And we're hoping to get a couple back. Whether this weekend is too soon, I don't know, but we'll see.
Just on Mark Hughes, he doesn't miss games, does he? If there's
No.
a league game he plays, how
You
big
know,
a blow is that, and how severe a problem are we talking?
It's just he's torn a muscle in his hamstring, so that's him cook for the season. And it's not been once of lack of effort for Mark. He's put his body on the line time and time again, and he's very durable, as doesn't miss many games, very rarely goes down injured. So for him to come off, there had to be something serious, and I think it's been niggling him for a couple of weeks, and he's tried to soldier on and probably made it worse.
I know you intimated last week that maybe Pritchard, Bishop, Keneally might be in contention for Easter. Is that still a might?
We're hoping, but I don't know where it'll be. We've got to be mindful that we don't rush them and then we lose them for the rest of the season.
Are you likely to be double figures then still without kind of double figures players?
I think so, yeah.